I am at my breaking point. I don't know about you. Maybe you're not there yet. Either you've made a channel and you haven't posted not even one video yet, or maybe you have the idea, but you haven't done it yet. Why? We're always going to be a work in progress, and that's okay. I'm not really sure when I started making YouTube videos or like when I even made this channel. I only ever posted speed paints on here for a long time, and I really wanted to pursue art full time. I wanted to stop holding myself back because I knew it was something I wanted to do way before college and stuff. I kind of let people talk me out of it. You know, I think we all allow people to talk us out of pursuing our dreams for some reason, and it really sucks, and it was really unfortunate because I could have started so much sooner had I not been told things that really discouraged me. Like, I had an interest in other things, of course, and, you know, I was pursuing them, but man, it wasn't drawing, it wasn't art, it wasn't my true passion, you know? I just kind of got really fed up at one point, and in 2018, I started my webcomic, my first webcomic, Dodgy Hero. I kind of was just having fun with it because I had so many story ideas, but my stories kept growing and I got really afraid of like messing up the story because it's gonna be my first comic and I don't have experience and I should just start something just for fun or whatever. That's not that serious, you know, like not as serious as the stories that I have planned. But then that comic became really big too, and I ended up having to go on a hiatus and stop working on it because it grew so much and I became better at writing. By the time I got the story really good, fleshed out and everything, I was already burnt out by that comic. I didn't really want to be working on it anymore. I wanted to pursue other stories that I had in mind. As much as I love drawing webcomics, it does take up a lot of time. I want to be able to do other things with my art. I want to, you know, be able to do prints and stickers and have like a little cute shop where I am creating things because I am a creator. Like, I love creating things. And when I changed my degree in college, I went from studying social science anthropology into then going into business because I wanted to start my own business. I wanted to take art seriously full time. I learned a lot about managing a business. Even though I have that knowledge, doing it is really different. The thing is, even though, you know, 2-3 years ago I created a whole business plan and marketing model, all this stuff, at the end of it, I didn't actually really do all of it. I have so much footage that I recorded over the past 3 to 4 years that I never put together. I never got to editing it. I never created more videos to post to this channel. Why? I get so overwhelmed with the thought of, oh crap, I have all this footage that I never used. And I feel bad to my past self for filming all that stuff and taking time and thinking, oh, this is going to be for a good video and I'm going to start this series about starting my, you know, art business. Maybe it can help somebody else who also wants to start an online shop. Like, I like those kind of videos. I like learning when other people are learning. It feels like we're in it together. I can follow along with them and really see them improve in real time, and I can try and also do the things that they're doing. And right now, I'm seeing everybody do the whole artist way thing, like Apple Cheeks, she's done the artist way little series, right? And it really made me think about how we hold ourselves back so much without fully understanding or realizing it. Because we like to blame other things that aren't in our control or whatever. It just sucks. I don't want to stay in that kind of mindset of blaming people, blaming things, or even blaming myself. You know, like blaming myself on that I'm lazy or that I'm not motivated or that I am overwhelmed and I am, you know, a procrastinator. Like, why do I continue to hold myself back and say things about myself that's just constantly repeating the cycle? Like, I'm in a loop. I feel like all of it is starting with this YouTube channel because I started this channel so long ago. I come back with videos and I get motivated and I'm like, you know, making videos and stuff, but then I stop. Like, something stops me. We can like do a deep dive into why we hold ourselves back. Either we're afraid of failing or we're even afraid of succeeding. I sometimes think that maybe that's what I've been kind of struggling with, is that there's one side of me that wanted to be very successful a long time ago, right? I think there was always a side of me that really was trying to stay careful. I was probably not ready for it. Now, whether or not I knew that instinctively or not, or like unconsciously or whatever, kind of doesn't matter at this point. At this point, I know what I want. I want people to read my stories, to get to know my characters, and, you know, enjoy the things that I create and be inspired from them. That's what I want to do with my stuff. And like, I have so many ideas for videos. It's taking so long to make them because I want to make them good. I was always a slow grower. Like, things always happened very slowly for me over time. I'm glad that that was the case because I think I'm in a better place now. Like, this is what I'm ready for. And I need to seriously stop underestimating myself and stop critiquing myself and just stop holding myself back. And I'm making this video as vulnerable as it is because I just know that there's somebody else out there thinking and feeling the same way. Either you've made a channel and you haven't posted not even one video yet, but maybe you've created footage, or maybe you have the ideas, right? You've written down ideas for multiple videos, but you haven't done it yet. Why? It can be kind of difficult to really understand the real reason as to why we're holding ourselves back, because honestly, it feels like you could go down the rabbit hole forever. Stuff that you've heard and learned about in your childhood, right? Like, there's the whole core beliefs about ourselves, and some of it's subconscious and we don't even realize it. The thing that I've been able to do the last year, honestly, to just actually be learning more about myself and understanding myself. You know, like, what are my core beliefs? Maybe that's kind of where we just need to start. It's like trying to conquer some little beast, figure out its weaknesses. I have been procrastinating on this recording for days. I had the thought of it a long time ago, and I should have honestly recorded it the second I had the thought of it, because now I feel like I'm just rambling, like my thoughts aren't entirely there like they did before. You know, it's like the whole inspired idea that you should always just start acting on whatever inspired idea comes into your head, because otherwise, if you don't, you regret it and it doesn't really feel the same. You never freaking know when you're gonna get inspired. So you might as well either surround yourself with things that you know helps to inspire you, or just freaking start, tackle that hurdle. Just pray that something is going to click and you're gonna get into the flow of it eventually. At this point, I feel like I'm two people or something. There's the conscious me and then there's the subconscious me. And it's just when I'm feeling certain emotions, or I get like angry about things, or I get like really insecure about stuff, whatever negative emotions start coming in, and there's that like negative Nancy talking in my head, saying things that I would never tell another person, right? So why would I be saying things that I would never utter and be saying them to myself? Like, I'm my worst bully. I'm my worst critic. And we all freaking are. We all are. Everybody is their worst bully. The way that I believe in myself, the way that I think of myself and talk to myself, that's really been affecting my art, my choices, my career, my ability to produce things and create things and to actually stay on that path. I think the only reason why I'm getting to this point now is because the past 2 years I've been working on myself. I've been at least doing what I can, creating art, posting to social media, and you know, at least that's something, right? That's better than nothing. And I think that whatever you're doing is also better than nothing, unless you're doing nothing, right? But if you're even just writing down ideas, that's something. That's already one step ahead of everybody else. Man, there's so much untapped potential. And it's so unfortunate because it really is going to start with our own minds. Like, I think we all have this ideal version of ourselves that we would like to become. We need to stop having such limiting beliefs about what we can or can't do. Anybody that wants to create content or be a YouTuber or be an artist, if you're making things with your hand, dude, I mean, that's amazing, right? That's amazing that you can even create something. With your own two hands, you can make something. That's awesome. You are brilliant. This holding ourselves back, this limiting beliefs, this I can't do it, I don't have time, I'm not motivated, I'm too lazy, blah, blah, blah. I am at my breaking point. I don't know about you. Maybe you're not there yet. Maybe you still need to learn some tough lessons. Maybe you still need to go through some shit and realize enough's enough. I think everybody kind of has their own journey, and they finally get to a point where like, dude, this is it. We're not doing the same shit every day again. This has to stop. Something needs to change. Yeah, I want to be the version of me I know I can be, the ideal version of myself, at least as close as I can possibly get to it. There's a future that I want to live. There's a future me that I want to be. And although I'm grateful for where I am now and who I am now, I do think that there's always room for improvement, right? And I owe that to myself. You owe that to yourself. It's kind of a hard pill to swallow, to think that you can't really be blaming things anymore, because now it's kind of all on your shoulders, right? Like, you are limiting yourself at this point. If you're kind of in an environment where you can start making changes, but you just haven't done so yet, it's worth the effort to try and understand where your mind comes to play, along with the outside forces that will affect you. It's a complicated subject because the mind is complicated, and I don't know anything about the mind. I only know that you kind of need to learn how to tame it in a way, or tame the negative Nancy that's in all of our heads, the worst critic in our lives. You know, it's really changing your mindset and your attitude, and realizing like, damn, I've been so negative about certain things and really being hard on myself on other things. And it's just like, we need to change the script, right? Enough is enough. Change the script and really start putting in more of an effort to figure yourself out and kind of get over yourself in a way. Even just being a perfectionist, me being a perfectionist for so long, I had to get over that. And I'm way better now than I used to be. I used to be so much worse. The ideas that I have now, the projects and stuff that I've actually been working on, 3 years ago I would not have even started it, right? Because I would have been so overwhelmed. It's still taking me time to work on these projects because I want to kind of get it right. I want to do it well. But you know, there's got to be balance. Like everything in life, there has to be a balance. Like, I always have been trying to be gentle with myself whenever I want to relax, but then I stress out because I feel like there's a lot of work I didn't get done or things I could be working on. And I always tell myself, oh, but I need to relax. But then I kind of just shoot myself in the foot, because the more I do that, the more it feels like things are piling up that I could be working on, or I'm getting behind on projects and stuff. At some point, you've relaxed enough, right? Like, I've relaxed for a whole year, basically. When you're relaxing too much, you're stressed you're not working. When you're working too much, you're stressed you're not relaxing. So let's learn to have a bit more balance in our life. Yeah. We're always going to be a work in progress, and that's okay. Anyways, I hope that's somewhat helpful. I know I feel like I rambled, and this is going to be a butt to edit. I'm going to try and start making maybe once a month or every other week little progress videos of what I've been doing, what I'm going to do, what I'm stopping, right? Stopping bad habits, to stop limiting ourselves, to try and become more serious about what we can do.
Some things are worth pushing yourself for. Some things are worth stretching yourself very thin for. I would not be here if I did not throw myself in headfirst into things that I did not fully understand, with all the confidence in the world that I would figure it out.
I really suggest maybe the first thing to just try and look into a therapist, because that was the first step that I did. It helped tremendously. But I'm going to create like a little playlist of videos that I've been watching that kind of have helped me out, full of advice or whatever, or nice lessons to learn. If you're willing to put up with my ramblingness and my messiness, please consider subscribing and really making an effort here. Now that I have this out, it's kind of my accountability video here. If you don't see me in a month, comment on here saying, yo, I'm here to keep you accountable. What the frick have you been doing? Where's that video? I'll see you in the next one. Have a great, fantastic day. Cheers.